Hey, what's up guys? UrAvgWarGamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And in this video, I am going to be featuring the French super battleship Patrie, which is basically an upgrade and I would say pretty strong battleship for its tier. And I mean, it's an upgrade to Republic, which is a French battleship at tier 10. And I think Patrie is definitely one of the battleships that kind of get underrated, since it does not have, first of all, combat instructions like Satsuma. We all know that how broken Satsuma really is with that F button, which get insane accuracy. And as you can see, unlike Satsuma, Patrie at least doesn't have this accuracy because of this like non-existent F button. But what does get Patrie in return is these 12 guns. Now Satsuma does have really good alpha damage and really good guns, right? Which can basically increase its accuracy with the help of F button, right? But Patrie does have insane overall, solid weight of that salvo that I'm just pumping on that poor Nevsky. And this basically shows that if you're able to get a couple of shell hits on this Nevsky, which basically going to get overmatchable, you can basically devastate cruisers with this amount of volleys that you can pump. And that's the reason why you should really grind the Patrie, or at least try this ship really, because, well, it is definitely an interesting experience, at least compared to Republic. I mean, it does have a speed boost, which basically compares to the Bourgogne. Like Bourgogne have 15% speed boost. Patrie does also have really good speed boost. And as you can see, with this insane salvo weight on broadsides like Hanover, you can actually do like 20k, 30k easy on these German battleships. And Patrie can absolutely do that. Now, Patrie does have, unfortunately, 32mm plating, just like all tier 8 battleships, starting from, the battleships, the typical battleships like Alsace, Richelieu, and the Republic. They all have this problem with 32mm plating. Patrie also have this same issue. But still, as you can see, if you know what you're doing, and you try to position it correctly, and I sort of tried my best to basically dodge a lot of these HE shells, because that's how you can actually manage to do, a bit well in terms of tanking. Otherwise, you cannot directly tank damage. And, well, as you can see here, I just absolutely wrecked this Hanover, like doing 20k volleys, and there was also a 14k volley, which is pretty nice. And this is the reason why you should buy Patrie, and at least try it once. I mean, I can understand, and I totally believe that Satsuma is a lot much better and strong compared to Patrie. But still, Patrie does have a lot much more flexibility with its speed boost, and also have this insane volley with these 12 guns. You can absolutely smash cruisers. Depth striking cruisers ain't going to be an issue if you have a better, aim than me. Like right now, my aim was pretty much terrible. Like Nevsky can just easily farm me, and he's trying to push in, and I can't literally able to manage to get a couple of good salvos on this poor guy. I mean, at the moment, I am a poor guy, since I'm literally not able to get a good shot on this Nevsky. He's turning in, which is a smart move, but you can see 1.8 Sigma, which is definitely worse than Republic's 2.0 Sigma, means accuracy is overall worse in Patrie. But still, if you have seen what I'm dropping in the volleys on Nevsky, the accuracy is still not that bad. I mean, you have 12 guns, right? So it does compensate a lot. But again, I'm trying to shoot the Nevsky. He's turning in, and this is pretty good tactic actually as a cruiser player. He's trying to go behind the island, and he's basically trying to farm me like with HE. And obviously Patrie is pretty infamous, just like all the French battleships at this tier that get like farmed with HE pretty quickly. And I was kind of lucky at this moment that I'm not getting set by fires, because Nevsky is getting some decent volleys, at least shooting from the bow, getting some couple of shell hits, but not getting set on fire is pretty lucky, to be fair. And well, this is something that I really like out of Patrie, obviously. But then there is also something which I also like. I mean, the entire defense is definitely better than Republic. Overall, it's okay. I mean, still, if the United States, which is a super carrier, wants to farm you, well, you can't do much. And in this case, I'm shooting down some planes. I did shoot down like a couple of planes, some fighters, some non-fighters, since for some reason United States just decide to basically, just drop fighter for no reason. I don't know. You might be thinking of maybe doing some extra damage with the fighters. This is something which I don't understand. Like why carrier players do that. It's kind of not worth it, at least on battleships. Maybe on destroyers I can understand. But anyways, he's keep coming on me, or maybe he's gonna try. But on the other hand, I know that there is a UrAvg, and UrAvg might send torpedoes towards my way, and this is something that I was kind of fearful of. And finally, Booster actually managed to get a fire, and even the United States can chunk me a bit here. But I'm tanking pretty good, because as you can see in the minimap, my whole team is basically pushing A, while on the other hand, I am basically defending this flank, which is pretty good by Patrie. Like, Patrie is perfectly capable of basically tanking a lot of damage. I almost already did like 2 million potential. So anyone who says that Patrie cannot tank, I kind of disagree with that. Like, Patrie can tank quite a lot of salvos. It's just you don't take a lot of direct damage. Because if you take direct damage from cruisers, obviously this overmatching capabilities, sorry, not overmatching, this HE penetration capabilities of cruisers on Patrie's 32mm armor is just gonna make your life worse. And in this case, as you can see, there's a UrAvg, which I can try to shoot, and you can see that the dispersion is pretty spicy, and almost like what, 8-9k volley? At least 9k volley on this poor UrAvg. So I mean, on a broadside destroyers, even with just AP and with this funny secondaries, by the way. I mean, okay, I just absolutely realized that Patrie actually, if you build it with secondaries, it does have 12.5 kilometer secondary firing range. Yes, it does have 12.5 kilometer secondary firing range, but again, Patrie only has like majority of the secondary batteries 100mm guns, which basically means that they cannot penetrate even superstructure unless you basically use IFHE, which I think will nerf your fire quite a bit. And you definitely don't want to do that. Now in this case, this booster is still gonna try to farm me, and even though I'm tanking a lot like directly, and booster doesn't have IFHE, which I was lucky, still you do have a big superstructure. Actually did some good damage to this Imami, and now you will see like a couple of my volleys, if I aim them correctly, I can actually smash this Imami and Marco Polo, because these are the guys who will basically give me a lot of damage. I mean, these guys did not really realizing how powerful Patrie guns are, and they are just showing broadside. In this case, at least Imami realizing the situation that he should really not broadside, but maybe afterwards you will find out that how much you can be a bully against these poor battleship if they show broadside. Patrie penetration is really, really good. Regardless of, the dispersion that can be wonky sometimes, it is still pretty insane. Now here in this case, there's a booster that is just reversing for obviously weird reasons. And you can see that the Patrie dispersion can still be okay, like 1.8 sigma, yeah, but you have 12 guns. And you can see almost at like what? At least 12-13k volley with the 4 penetration hits. I think I got one of its guns, and that's why I didn't get a lot of damage. But anyways, there's a Marco Polo who is kind of broadside, and I shot the guns, and you can already actually see that I almost tanked like what, 3 million right now, which is pretty insane. Now, yeah, this can tend to happen in Patrie. Like, I dropped the salvo on this Marco Polo, and the shell go on like all over the place. Yeah, like this is happening like maybe 1 or 2 times in a game for sure. Like, I was unlucky, that's for sure, but most of the time Patrie delivers quite a lot. Now in this case, you can see that I got my armor saturated pretty much right now, and I have so much tanking damage potential right now that it is now getting to 3 million, which is pretty hilariously insane. And Kent shows and literally show that how strong Patrie really is if you know what you're doing. And in this case, Marco Polo does not know what he's doing, and he has taken some really good chunks by the Patrie guns. Like, these guns are no joke. I wasn't shooting the booster because I really love this Marco Polo broadside, and there are torpedoes of Imami, which I think I might eat one, but it's not gonna be okay because, as you can see again, 4 penetration. I almost did like what 20k damage to this Marco Polo, maybe. I don't really remember, but at least finally the booster died by this Holland, and now this Imami. Look at that guy. He is broadsiding at 12.7 kilometer, and by the way, Imami has very vulnerable Citadel. And well, boom, 66k damage. Oh my goodness, that guy definitely felt the beating. Oh my goodness, that does hurt. And if you do that, well, you're definitely going to get punished. And in this case now, you have this Marco Polo that is actually healing up some of its HP. And again, nasty volley coming, and he's dead as well. And the game is over. So 3.3 million potential, 271k damage. I mean, it's not like a lot of damage. That Imami at the end pulled a lot as paid actor, but still, it was a victory. It was a good game. I got some good damage, and this shows how strong Patrie really is. Underrated, I would say, compared to Satsuma. Yeah, it is definitely under. It's really good, and I really believe that you should definitely buy this ship. It's really good. So, I mean, I got a Confederate, devastating strike on this, Imami. Then you have close. Sorry, I think it's the Imami if I'm not wrong. Yeah, close quarter expert on a DD, Dreadnought, and then a high caliber. 271k damage, 4 kills, 5 sets, and in the team score, well, 3.1k base XP almost. It was a good game, and well, that kind of show how good this battleship really is. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you get some value out of this gameplay, and you might be, if you're looking for a Patrie, I think you should try it once. It's really good. You will definitely love it once you play it. It is definitely fun to play. I mean, there are people who say that, it just takes a lot of damage, but you just have to play a bit safe. I mean, you cannot push like madman, right? Like, it's not something that you will just tank crazy and you expect the Patrie to survive. No, even though it does have good HP, but still at the end, you know that it does have battleship weaknesses, which Patrie does have, and even more so because of its 32mm armor plating. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you have any questions, please let me know. And you can see I did some insane damage to this Imami. Poor guy getting death struck at the end. So thank you guys, and I will catch you into the next one. Peace out.